What do Nicole Kidman, the Kardashians, and the Real Housewives share in common? They've all been open about using a toxin such as Botox, which is a popular method employed by many to achieve a more youthful appearance. But what exactly is toxin and how does it function? We welcome back dermatologist Dr. Gantsho, who provides us with expert insights. Welcome back, Doc.
Thank you.
What is toxin stroke Botox?
Yeah, so it's a neurotoxin. It's called botulinum toxin. So it comes from a bacteria. So it's produced by a bacteria. How it was found, it was people at war, they were eating old sausages. So it's basically, the name basically comes from poisonous sausages. And Botox and Dysport are the commonly known ones.
Okay, doctor, that's scary. So this is what people are choosing to have that youthful appearance. Tell us why. What does it do to the skin?
So what it does, it basically stops the communication between a muscle. So your brain produces the messaging enzymes. And then what happens is from one muscle to another muscle, it's called acetylcholine. So that acetylcholine is not produced, and then your muscles do not contract. So that's basically, it's basically a muscle relaxant. That's all it does.
And what else is Botox used for?
So Botox now in medicine, it's used for so many things. It's a muscle relaxant. So kids that are born with like things like Bell's palsy,
yes, it
is used there. And also it's also used for hyperhidrosis, people that sweat quite a lot.
That's right.
Underarms is also on their hands. And it can be used for acne because it decreases the oil production. So it can be used for that. People that get rosy cheeks, they can also inject Botox there. So it's basically a muscle relaxant that can be used for quite a lot of things.
That's fascinating because when one often thinks about Botox, you think of it as this wrinkle-free, enzyme that you put into your body that prevents the frown lines or the wrinkle lines or the smile lines, but it actually goes so much further than just that.
For sure.
So, doctor, in your practice, what are you finding in terms of age? Like how young are the people that are coming into your practice to have Botox procedures?
Yeah, so starting early as in your 20s. So remember, when we talk, we use our muscles. So our muscles tend to contract. So Botox, when you use it at an early age, it basically prevents you from having those resting lines on your face and basically gives a peaceful face. So that's what it is. So that's why people come in at an early age.
They start early. Okay. And what is your personal opinion on that?
It's actually about your looks, how you want to look like. And you get people that have got those resting lines with those lines that are already formed on their faces. It really doesn't look nice. If you have to put on makeup, it doesn't look good at all. So if you don't want to have that angry looking face, husbands will come and say, my wife says I'm always angry. I don't like it. Fix it. And I must say, during the lockdown, COVID, with the wearing of the face mask, even people that wanted to have like wrinkleless faces, they wanted just not so much of the botulinum toxin to be done on them because they wanted to still use their facial expression.
So you find that men are coming in for Botox as well? It's not just a thing that women come in for?
It's for everyone, definitely.
Okay, that is interesting. And then obviously I have to ask you, what are some of the harmful side effects when it comes to Botox?
So when we use it, the doses that we use are very, very, very little.
Okay.
But then if one will have that, then one will end up with what is called botulism. So it's basically that sausage poisoning, so that paralysis, because that's what it is. It's a muscle relaxant, so one will be paralyzed. But we don't get even close there. We don't have enough to cause that.
And for people who perhaps, Botox is not your thing and maybe it's something that you want to look at in the future but not now, what do you suggest are some of the tips and tricks and tools in terms of preventing those wrinkles? I know that you can't really prevent it, but maybe seize its existence when you're too young.
Yeah. So what happens with aging, there are certain things that we lose. So our muscles, they work and then they become in that state and we lose the fat and we also lose basically the bone structure. And then one tend to have like a drooping face. So some people will use what we call a hyaluronic acid. So like for me, me, when I reached my 40s, I found that my skin was not as nicely moisturized as it used to be. So I needed a little bit of a hyaluronic acid on my face. So, and other people, because of the drooping, they'll go and do the fillers. So which is something that one can do. And another thing is maybe a product that have got a retin A in it.
Okay.
So retin A helps to rebuild that elastin, collagen. It also removes the top layer of the skin. You see, with age, our skin doesn't get so bright and shiny like it used to. So it helps to bring back that glow on one's skin.
And anything you can use at home?
It's important when you buy a product, it's just to look at the ingredients of your product. So product that will have maybe hyaluronic acid, maybe some ceramides, and also what you eat is also very important.
Thank you. I was hoping you were going to say that.
I know what
I
you
like
eat
that.
is
What you
very
eat is important. For those considering toxin, we strongly recommend seeking professional advice from a medical expert. In our upcoming segments, brace yourself for Tumi's invigorating ice bath adventure and a candid discussion about dating over the age of 50. Stay tuned.